Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Twin Flame Daily Tarot. My name is Tony, and this is the monthly Twin Flame forecast for October 2020. So hello, if you are new here, welcome and welcome back to my returning subscribers. I am so glad that you all are here with me today. So as I said, this is the Twin Flame monthly forecast. The way this works is first, I'm going to pull for our Divine Feminine. Next, I'll pull for our Divine Masculine. And lastly, I'll pull a few cards for the collective Twin Flame couple. If you see a deck of cards you like, I will link them down below in the description. And when I refer to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, divine means holy. Feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. So if you are ready, I am ready. So let's get going. Let's see what we got in store for this October. All right, let me get out my sage. Trying to knock some of the ashes off. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it smoking. Get this table nice and smudged. There we go. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get out our bell. Let's set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. And lastly, but not leastly, let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I ask our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit to please be present with us, to please help us to understand and to interpret these messages as we receive them. So are we ready? I'm so ready. I've had the past 2 weeks off, so I'm ready to dive right in. Let's see how this month's gonna go. Divine Feminine, you are up first. We are gonna pull from the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Let's see what messages we have for our Divine Feminine. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine? No. If any of you came to this question or to this reading today with a specific yes or no question, the answer is no. That is a specific message for one of you. The next message is for one of you. It says Minnie Tonkin, longing for home, belonging, the original light worker. So it feels like maybe some of you were maybe feeling just kind of, like you don't belong, like you're kind of out of sorts, like you don't belong on this earth. That's okay. You're one of the light workers. It's normal to feel this way. And the last message for one of you is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So while you're sitting here on this earth feeling a little unbalanced, it's time to take a look in the mirror and ask yourself who or what is triggering you. All right, angels, were specific messages for one of my viewers. Now let's get the general messages for our Divine Feminine. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for the month of October? If any of my Divine Feminine watching has a specific question, please give them an answer through this message. Well, we just don't need that many cards. That's about 400 messages. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it might take a while, and this is not going to be that long. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, we just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. What messages do you have for the Divine Feminine? We just need one card. All right, we're going to take the one that flipped up. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. And let's see what you got. You got... Oh, I love this. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Align your life. Divine Feminine, what is not aligned or what needs to change? So let's see what the book has to say about this. All right. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties in life. When you reset your cyclic nature, you reset life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. That's called your shadow side. That's who the world taught you to be, okay? But there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and to align life to that way of being. So, Divine Feminine, we pull this card. So you are being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, whether it's your job or your relationships, the mask that you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and to embrace your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or some circumstances, and now it is time to reassess and bring all these parts of your life into alignment so they are congruent with who you truly are today. So Divine Feminine, you're being asked, what part of your life is not aligned, or what part of your life needs to change? Which relationships, situations are you involved in that are not in alignment with your highest and best self? And what can you do today, Divine Feminine, to get these situations in congruent with the path that you are on? Okay, this is you're being called today, Divine Feminine, to really focus very much on your own alignment. Okay, what is not aligned and what needs to change. We're just gonna scoot. If y'all been around for a while, you know sometimes I have drama with candles, so we're just gonna scoot that down just a wee bit. All right, I think she's gonna stand. Let's see. Hopefully Tony doesn't have the very special October reading of setting her table on fire. All right, let's draw from tarot. Let's find out more about that alignment, Divine Feminine. We're going to pull for the Chrysalis Tarot. All right, let's see more about that. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine? Right, Eight of Mirrors, so that's Eight of Cups. That's walking away. It's leaving something behind, right? So again, what is not aligned? What needs to change? What do you need to leave behind in your life that's out of alignment that will help you achieve the path that you're supposed to be on? Look there. I mean, right there, Celtic Owl, the Hanged Man. You know, I mean, so, you know, with the Hanged Man, this is about making a sacrifice sometimes, right? It's about, you know, being not in a, I don't want to say not being in a rush, but taking the time to look at the situation as a whole, because you got the patience now to look at it and to be willing to say, this is where I need to make those cuts. Okay, look at these messages you're getting even in your card, even in the cut. And look, the Pilgrim, the Page of Scrolls, the Page of scrolls. Wands. I had to think about that. I'm like, is that, which page is that? Yeah, that's page. Yeah, that would make sense because Page of Wands is about exploring and freedom. So some of you are ready to leave behind something. Some of you are ready to seek freedom from something. You are ready to walk away from something. That's what this card's said in the cut. These may be specific messages for some of you, but are one of you watching, but also it really is in alignment with this card. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card. There it is. Look what you got. You got the Lovers, Divine Feminine. So what is not aligned in your life or needs to change? Well, it looks like for some of you, it may be your love life. It may be the relationship you have. This is that Gemini energy. And also this is number 6. 6 is about being, you know, in balance with your higher self and your physical self. You know, it's the balance of the materialistic and the spiritualistic, right? So this is also sometimes when it shows up, it's not necessarily exactly about a relationship you're in. Sometimes this could be about balancing your divine masculine and then your divine feminine within you. Remember, every one of us has aspects of both divine masculine or divine feminine and divine masculine. That's why I always say divine means holy, feminine and masculine do not refer to a specific gender. Okay, that's why I always start every reading with that exact saying, because that's what I mean. So it could be that the alignment in your life that you need to be changing, it may not necessarily be something that you need to cut out or out of your own life, but with the actual alignment you need to be working on your actual alignment of your own balance within yourself, you know, the feminine and the masculine. Let's see what's the bottom of the deck before we talk about what that means. Look there, the Four of Mirrors, the Four of Cups. This is feeling kind of, you know, just disconnected from the situation. And so, yeah, I'm definitely feeling like Divine Feminine, you are feeling very out of alignment with your own self, whether it's with your Divine Masculine or your Divine Feminine or just your own path. I feel like you are feeling very, very, very disconnected from the path that you want to be on. It's very interesting. Look what is right here at the bottom of this. Right underneath that, that is There's Pilgrim again. Right underneath that, you have the Ten of Mirrors, which is the Ten of Cups. But this is in reverse, and this can be shattered dreams. This can be, family upset and disharmony. So I do feel like this may actually have something to do with a relationship being out of alignment, but not necessarily. Again, it could be that you are out of alignment, and while you are out of alignment, it's causing your family to be out of alignment, and it's time for you to walk away and to seek a higher state of consciousness. It's time for you to walk away from maybe, this path that you're on that's causing these incongruencies towards your alignment. Like I said, you're just feeling that Four of Cups, that speaks volumes. This is just feeling very disconnected from yourself. What does it mean to feel in alignment with your divine masculine and your divine feminine? All this means is that you are listening, it's as above, so below. You're listening to God. You're grounded down into the earth and keeping your energy tapped into the ground. Why is that important? Because you're made of this earth. You're literally a being on this 3D planet. And we are, because of the law of one, we are all connected. What happens to the earth, that happens to you, okay? Whatever damage happens to the earth is happening to you. We are all connected through the law of one. And so it's very important. And as such, you are also connected as above, okay? You're connected to source energy, creator energy, God. I don't care what you call it. You do need to understand, though, that there is something bigger than you. And that source is just the source, the creator of the universe, that is just pure love energy. And that energy loves you and wants you to love it and wants you to love all things, because as I said, we are all connected through the law of one. And that's what this is that I just heard a very specific message that some of you are not feeling the connections to all things. It's not, and the reason why you are out of you can't feel that connection to your brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends. You can't understand that the law of one is very hard for you to grasp, that what you're doing to the earth, when you disrespect the earth, you disrespect yourself. When you disrespect your creator, you disrespect yourself. And some people, that's very difficult concept to grasp. And so until you can grasp that we are all connected, and then you're never going to be able to get yourself in alignment, and you're going to be this shattered, fractionated, disconnected self. And the longer you stay in this unaligned self, the longer you stayed, seeking, this balance between, yourself and your higher self, and just this balance within yourself of your divine masculine and your divine feminine, that nurturing side, and then that side that goes out and seeks to heal the situation, the divine masculine. Or protect, I should say, to protect the situation. When you come into congruency with these two things, then you're going to be able to see, your neighbors, brothers, sisters, the world in general, as the connectedness that it is. And I feel like this is the resistance that I'm feeling, is that some of you right now, especially here in the United States, there's, a political election, presidential election coming up here very soon in about a month. And I'm feeling a lot of divisiveness coming through. And remember, how you feel about your neighbors, how you feel about yourself. So however you are judging someone is exactly how you feel about yourself. It is never about them. It is always about you. And I'm just going to give a good example. Actually, a couple weeks ago, my husband and I went down to Florida, and we were on vacation for our 20th anniversary. And we were in one of the theme parks, and I'm not going to pretend that I was at my highest self that day. I was not at my highest self that day, and I'm not pleased with myself, but I give myself grace, and I've given myself forgiveness for not being in my highest alignment. And I was being very judgmental. Later on, I would come home and I would understand a few things. I was being triggered, and that has to do with me used to living in Florida. And I used to live in Florida about 15 years ago. And this was just stuff that was coming up from the past, from situations from the past, from when I lived there, that was being re-triggered just by being there. Okay. So, but I was judging, and I was being very, very, just so judgmental. It was so low vibration. And I could feel myself out of alignment all day and all weekend, actually. And even though I didn't want to, because I was feeling just very disassociated from my own higher self and from my own higher vibration, it did impact my family, There was a little bit of just energy that didn't feel good. We didn't have arguments or fights or anything like that. It's just, there was just some kind of strain there that didn't need to be there. And that's because I brought it to the table with my judging other people. Because remember, every time I judge them, I'm just judging myself. Every time I see somebody like, oh, can you believe she would dress like that? I'm judging my past self because I used to dress like that when I was younger. You know, I am fully aware that these judgments are a projection onto me, okay? And this is what the cards are asking you. This is what Spirit is saying to you, Divine Feminine. You are out of alignment with yourself. And I feel like because you don't even understand that what you're doing is you're spending a lot of time looking at the other people you love in your life and feeling very disconnected from your neighbors, from your friends, from your loved ones. You don't feel the law of one, and that is causing a lot of unhappiness in your home. It's time for you to get on a different path, okay, Divine Feminine? It is time for you to let go of something that's causing you strife, something that goes against your alignment. It's time for you to tap into your highest self and work on your own alignment today, okay? I might talk about that more, but first, I've been talking too long, so let's go ahead and come back. We'll circle back around about alignment. I'm sure we will. It seems like I always do. But Divine Masculine, it's your turn. Let's find out what October brings for you, because it looks like Divine Feminine is going to be working on her own alignment and trying to be focusing on herself and not others. So let's see what we got in store for you, Divine Masculine. Up first for you is going to be the Moonology Oracle cards. All right, let's see what messages we have for our Divine Masculine. Gorgeous. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? All right. We have you and your loved ones are safe. Oh, I love that message. That's a strong message. Remember, the cards in the cut are a message for one of you watching who has a specific question. These are your answers. Here's the next answer. Don't let pride get in your way. I feel that. Lastly, expect powerful change. Remember, you and your loved ones are safe. Don't let your pride get in your way and expect powerful change. All right, Divine Masculine. I hope whoever needed to hear that found that helpful. All right, let's see what's going on with the general Divine Masculine. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We need just one card, please, for our Divine Masculine. What messages do you have for the Divine Masculine for the month of October 2020? What can the Divine Masculine expect this month? Tell us more about October 2020 for our Divine Masculine. We're going to take that card right there. Oh, you know, I just love it when this card pops up because it reminds me so much of where I live here in East Tennessee. Isn't this gorgeous? Doesn't that look just like the Smoky Mountains? And we pulled this last week, or whenever the last time I did a reading, a few weeks ago was. The energy is gaining momentum, Divine Masculine. This is gorgeous. Divine Masculine, you have spent a lot of time this particular year 2020 going within, doing a lot of inner work and really taking on the role of fighting the battles, you know, of going out there. And, you know, it's interesting that these would even come together because, you know, Divine Feminine has been spending this year going inside of herself, trying to decide what kind of future she wants to have and getting stronger and stronger and stronger so she can create this future that she wants. Well, while she has been going inside, working on creating this future for the planet and giving, you know, it's just like, you know, think about when a mother's pregnant, you know, and we have to be patient for that, you know, and wait for that baby to be ready to be born. Well, that's basically what this whole year has been, the past 9 months. I mean, here we are in October, and that's basically what the last 9 months has been. Is the Divine Feminine has been going within, and she's getting ready to give birth to something huge. It's coming. This alignment card tells me it is coming. Well, what's interesting is while she's been doing all that, Divine Masculine has been showing up and doing the work for himself so he can get into the fight and get into the ring and be there for his Divine Feminine. And look what you got, Divine Masculine. God, I love this card for you. The energy is gaining momentum. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Hey, I want to give you all the warning. Do not forget, Mars is in retrograde in retrograde in Aries, no less, this month. And then we have Mercury going in retrograde through Scorpio, no less. And that will end on the day of the U.S. presidential election. Actually, Mars will void course about the middle of the afternoon, you know, right about the time we're all voting. So I just kind of want to reiterate what this is saying. It's saying that this is the time of the energies rising up and emotions will be building too. So please be aware. Emotions are very heightened right now, Divine Masculine. Be aware, okay? Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there, Divine Masculine? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, which so many of you have been doing this year, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whatever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track, Divine Masculine. I love this message for you. You know, so what you're being told is that this situation is full of potential and that your dreams can come true, okay? You need to make some effort. You need to be willing to make the effort for your dreams to come true. They're not going to just be handed to you. You guys show up and do the work. So you're being asked to keep moving forward and to review your goals and to ensure you're still committed to this, okay? But the energy is gaining, Divine Masculine. This is a very, very exciting reading for you. Let's see what you got on the tarot, Divine Masculine. You are going to pull from the Dali Tarot. I was just at the Salvador Dali Museum a few weeks ago down in St. Pete, Florida, and it is, oh my God, so good. It's so good. They actually had this deck of cards for sale there. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for our Divine Masculine for October 2020? Okay, hang on. Let's see, 6, 9. Oh, that's the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Coins in reverse. So that's kind of living beyond your means, Divine Masculine. So this is for one of you, or maybe that could even be an obsession with work, making you feel like you have a false success. All right, like I said, the cards on the cut are specific messages for one of you. All right, Divine Masculine. But then you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you go from the that 9 of Pentacles reverse, living beyond your means, to the Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, new opportunity, new prosperity. Sometimes it can be even abundance coming to the table. So you go from living beyond your means to abundance. I like that message for one of you. All right, the last one. Let's see, what is that? 4, 6. Oh, interesting, the 6 of Cups. So that's about, you know, childhood memories, nostalgia, looking backwards. So it kind of feels like, for one of you, at least on this cut, that card message there was, you know, you're moving from living beyond your means to having a new opportunity that's going to probably, you know, leave a lasting impact on your family, and maybe even for generations to come. So that's a beautiful message for one of you. I hope that you got that message. All right, Divine Masculine, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for our Divine Masculine today? We just need one card on the table, please. Here we go. And you got, well, you got 3, and I can't do that. And that's a shame because they are very cool cards. You got the Ace of Wands, you got the 4 of Wands, and you got the Hangman. You know what? Divine Masculine, I'm going to give you, we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm feeling this. All right. We're going to just start right here. And then at the bottom of the deck, hang on, let's see, 5, 7. Okay. So then at the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Swords. Okay. We're going to start here, actually. Let's just start at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck with the 7 of Swords. This is the trickery. This is like somebody's getting away with something. This is what I call our sneaky card, okay? So, you know, it feels like, you know, the energy is gaining momentum. It feels like, you know, you're working on something. And, you know, this is tactics and strategy even. I'm just kind of changing my mind on what this, hang on. I wish you could see me scratching my head thinking, yeah, that's how I feel it. Yep, that's how I feel it. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. You have tactics and strategy. So you're being asked to really double down. In fact, I think it said in this card, you need to make sure to take the time to review your plans and make sure that, you know, you're still on the right path and that you know where you're going, what you want to do. And this is what this is asking you. It's asking you to review your tactics, to review your strategy, and make sure that you're still on the path, because the energy is gaining momentum. And if you don't believe me, looky here what you got. Let's start here. You have the Ace of Wands. This is that creation. This is that inspiration. This is that desire, right? So you've got the desire to create something, to move forward, to keep going. You've got the desire to get that momentum going, that creation. You know, you got that momentum to create right now. This is gorgeous. And then look, you move from, you know, that spark of inspiration, that desire to get something off the ground, to get it going, to get it moving, to the 4 of Wands, right? This is that community, that home, that celebration. So, you know, You've been planning something. You've been working on it in the background for quite a while. You've been really focused on it. And as such, you know, the energy is gaining momentum. And maybe now is the time to put your plans into place. Know that there's going to be some huge victories because you've been very patient. You've been hanging around. You've been waiting for your time. You've been waiting for the time to come. And while I'm telling you, the energy is gaining momentum, it is not time yet. You are being asked to be patient. The time is coming. Make sure, again, you check your plans, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, but know that it is almost time. And when the time comes, you will be celebrating. Your family will be celebrating your success. So whatever it is you are currently working on, Divine Masculine, keep your nose down, keep going. And I would just want to warn you, I do remember in the cut, we had, oh gosh, what was it? I want to say it was one of the Pentacles. I can't remember, but it was something like, you know, having living beyond your means. Wasn't that what I said? Yeah, it was living beyond your means. So this is, you know, telling you, for one of you, that you need to make sure you are ready to take a big leap forward. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Divine Masculine. I had to think this out loud. Sometimes I have to really talk it out loud. Sometimes it doesn't always just pop out of my mouth, the first words. So this is what I'm saying. Some of you in the past have been living beyond your means. That's what's happening. And now you're ready to get past that. You've been doing the work. You've been putting in the work to clear up the past, to get yourself on the right path, to make a prosperous future, and you're going to. And it's going to be quite successful, but it is not time yet to pull the trigger. So the energy is still gaining momentum. This is not the month, Divine Masculine. It is not the month to make to pull the trigger, okay? This is not the month to pull the trigger, all right? But do know that it is coming soon, and when it does come, success is on the table, all right? This is beautiful. I love this message for you, Divine Masculine. All right, so twins, if you haven't already, if you want to give me a thumbs up before we move forward, my channel will love you forever for it. And if you haven't subscribed, let me just go ahead and ask you right now, please subscribe. Please, please, please. You can't see when I did that just now, but I put my hands together and I'm literally begging you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. Okay, twins, it's finally your turn. Up first for the month of October, your first oracle is going to be the Halloween Oracle. Let's see what messages we got for our twins today. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames? Authenticity. So, you want to be focusing on being authentic, which is, you know, when you are in your full alignment, you will be very authentic. And when you are focusing on, you know, your path and staying on your path and not getting off your path, you will be authentic, okay? Risk and rewards. So it looks like there's going to be some risk taken and some great rewards. Like I said, Divine Masculine, the energy is gaining momentum. It is not the time. Hang tight. Last card on the cut, unnecessary fear. Woo, I feel that. I've been feeling a lot of unnecessary fear from my loved ones lately. So do not be afraid, loved ones. Yes, we have Mars and Mercury in retrograde this month, but do not be afraid. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this stronger than ever. I believe it. Listen to Tony. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. So whoop, there it is. What did I just say? What did I just say? I said, do not be afraid. We're going to get through this, and we are going to be stronger than ever. And what the hell did I just say, y'all? Yeah, we're going to get through this, and we're going to be stronger than ever. Skull of flowers. Look at this. Creating through the ashes. I love this. I love this. Creating through the ashes. Well, that doesn't fit there now, does it? Let's move this forward a wee bit. Here we go. Here we go. Creating through the ashes. Skull of flowers. So, I mean, that's literally, you know, despite what comes, you still are able to rise again. This is like, you know, the phoenix almost. It's being, you know, coming from the ashes, moving forward and being able to still to blossom and to bloom despite the fire and the ashes. Okay, your fortune will still come. So before flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that come from smaller form, like a seed or a bulb. The seed needs prepared, nourishing soil to grow to its potential. Some plants and trees only seed after fire or a period of extreme adversity like a drought or a flood. Sometimes we wish for a life different from the one that we have, and that can mean radical change. Sometimes to have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be very uncomfortable. We can lose our jobs, our relationships. All these things can change, okay? We might move, we may get sick, become ill, all big events that lead to a reassessment of the how of our lives. The Skull of Flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want rather than just settling for less. That's right, baby. Who's here to settle? Not me. I'm not here to settle. You shouldn't be either. I mean, Divine Masculine, you've been working your butt off. Your plan's just about to come to fruition. You better not be settling. And Divine Feminine, why would you ever want to settle for less than full alignment so you can get into that circle of vortex and get everything you ever wanted, right? So we're not here to settle, all right? Sometimes life has to just completely just burn it all down so we can have this beautiful blank slate to create the life of our dreams from, all right? The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy. Let me say that again. The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. So I know right now it can feel a little bit overwhelming, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, twins, but do not let this energy fool you, for you are on the right path. You are moving forward and you are going to be able to overcome these adversities, whatever they are at this moment. They are just little tiny blips on the radar. Do not be afraid. I'm serious. Fear is a very wasted emotion. It doesn't, except in the case of, you know, your life is actually in extreme danger. Most of the time, fear is just a wasted emotion. You are stronger. You are braver than you know. Do not be afraid of what is coming, okay? Okay, so twins. Now, let's see. We got one more deck of cards. Let's get out. Woo! The Romance Angels. Let's see what we got for our twins for the month of October. Angels, what messages do we have for the twins for the month of October? We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, you know, we were talking about having to let go of something. And even over here, Divine Feminine, you know, you're being asked what you need to change or let go of. And the very next card you pulled is the Lovers. So if some of you are in a karmic relationship, it may be time to let go of that relationship, okay? Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. That's funny. One point it says let go, and the next one it says, oh, no. We're attracted to each other. These cards sometimes don't know what they're saying, do they? And lastly, but not least, like keep an open mind. So that's interesting. It looks like some of you know, one of you who is watching this is asking the question, should I break up with this person because there's this other person on the side that I'm attracted to? Well, you're being told to keep an open mind, because even if that person that you're attracted to on the side may not be who you normally think you should be in love with, they probably are. Keep an open mind and let go of the one you're asking about, because obviously if you have to ask, you already know. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, we need one card, please, for our twin flames. Tell us more about the month of October 2020. They got a lot of energy on the table, so tell us more. What can the twin flames expect as a relationship or in their union? You got, wow, you got two cards. And you know what I just said? I said I got the overwhelming feeling that, you know, over there with Divine Feminine, it says, you know, it's time for her to release something, and, you know, Lovers comes up, and I said, so I feel like some of you need to maybe let go of a relationship that isn't working. It's time to end that relationship so that you don't settle for less, right? Remember, I said on this card is telling you not to settle for less. So if that means you need to get a clean slate and start over, that's what that means. Well, look what you got. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So if you ask me, Divine Feminine, this is actually probably for you, because you're being told to let go of something that no longer, you know, whatever it is that's keeping you from your aligned path, you are being told to clear it out and to let it go. And then the card sitting directly beside it says, you know, it's time for you to create through the ashes and to not settle and to allow life to give you a clean slate so you can get a fresh start. Well, now you're being told to release your ex. So this could also be for you, Divine Masculine. Absolutely. And you may be the ex that she's going to release. I don't know. Don't get mad at Tony. Don't get mad at me. But sorry, I've got this incense burning behind me and it is catching my throat. But regardless, there's some aspect of your life that y'all are both holding on to that needs to be let go of so that you can create this life that you want. This is exactly what this is. Both of these cards are talking about letting go of the things that no longer serve you so that you can, so you are no longer settling for what you don't want and you can create the life that you do want. And, you know, just like we talked about right here, this is that disconnected feeling. So Divine Feminine, if you're feeling very disconnected, and look, right underneath that is the Ten of Mirrors. If you're feeling very disconnected with this person that you created a life with, then it's probably time for you to walk on, okay? It's probably time for you to move on. It's probably time for you to release your lover. Maybe you haven't found your Divine Masculine. Well, now maybe it's time for you to work on that, okay? Divine Masculine over here, though, on Release Your Ex. I mean, that doesn't really so much go with your cards per se, because in fact, it even did tell you this is not the month to be pulling the trigger on anything major. It did say the energy is gaining momentum, but to hold on. And then you also got the Hangman. So you are being told that this inspiration that you're going to receive, you're going to have a very successful maybe spark of inspiration this month that's going to lead to a very successful household. And this is the time, this month is the time to plan your tactics and your strategy and to, you know, really focus on whatever this new amazing thing is and to take the time and really focus on it and allow the energy to gain momentum. If you have somebody you're with who is not going to support you, if you this month, Divine Masculine, come into this idea that it could be literally life-changing, that's going to need a little bit of time for you to focus on it, for you to really work on it so you can allow that energy to gain momentum to change your life and change your family's life, and you're with somebody who is just unsupportive as crap and doesn't want your success, that's your clear message, okay? That's a clear message for you. This is definitely, remember, I'm pulling for all zodiac signs, so it may not resonate with all of you. But if that does release your ex does resonate with you, Divine Masculine, absolutely. Because I have a feeling if you release your ex who is being unsupportive and you're not happy, you're going to make room in your life to receive this sudden spark of inspiration that is going to change the whole course of your life. You know, this is the month for you to hang around and wait to see what comes, okay? Let that energy gain momentum and do the hard work and dot your I's and cross your T's. Now, it's interesting though, twin flames. Let's come back to both of you, not just Divine Masculine, but both of you twin flames, the couple. Besides release your ex, you also have children, which is your love life is being affected by your children. So I'm going to go ahead and say specifically, some of you this month are definitely going to be dealing with baby daddy drama, baby mama drama, something. There's going to be some kind of baby mama drama. I don't know, baby daddy drama. It's interesting because I do feel like this is sitting more on the masculine side. So I do feel like, I mean, that's honestly how I see it, this children. I kind of almost feel like the release your ex is for the feminine and the children is for the masculine. And I wouldn't normally feel that way, but I do feel that way this time. But I do feel like masculine is going to be dealing with some baby mama drama. Okay, that's coming, I feel. So protect your heart, protect your head, and protect your wallets, okay? Okay then, so let's wrap her up. Divine Twins, let's see what you're going to get from the Santa Muerte Tarot. Let's see what we got. Twins, you've got some very interesting energies on the table this month. And it's interesting because I definitely feel like Divine Feminine, you are working independently of Divine Masculine and vice versa. I don't feel a lot of, even if you are in union, and that's great, because I don't feel like necessarily like this release your ex and children doesn't necessarily mean you two are going to be breaking up. It could be that you're dealing with your baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? Like your ex. And that ex could be bringing her, this ex could be what we're talking about right here. And this lovers that's making you feel out of alignment, and you're ready to move on past what your ex has done to you, Divine Feminine. You're ready, even if you're having to deal with it still because you're children with your ex, you are ready to move on and create through the ashes. And then with you, Divine Masculine, the same thing. I feel like, you're going to be dealing with, your baby's mamas. And even if you aren't with this person, they're going to be bringing this energy. Do not let them, you got to clear that energy out. You can't be giving your energy to them, because if you do, you will not have space for this beautiful spark of inspiration that's going to change your life. Okay. So, you need to be patient, and you need to focus on what matters, and they are an ex for a reason. Keep it that way. All right, y'all hear me? All right, Santa Muerte, what messages do you have for the Divine Twin Flames for October? Three of Cups, I love that. That's teamwork and collaboration. So, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So even if you need to eliminate your ex, maybe, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, maybe you two come together to work on getting rid of this situation, all right? Page of Cups. No, we had a different page earlier. Yeah. But either way, Page of Cups, that's that happy surprise, right? I like that because that follows the Three of Cups. You got the, collaboration and a happy surprise. So it looks like maybe you're going to be getting some happy surprises through this situation. And lastly, look, you got that Aries energy, that Emperor energy. He's that, well, it's interesting. He's the card of fatherhood. So, we're talking about children and exes. So I'm going to say that for some of you specifically, remember what I said, it feels like children is kind of more about the Divine Masculine than it is even the Divine Feminine. That reading that we just pulled, the Three of Cups, and then the Page of Cups, and then the Emperor, I feel like Divine Masculine, if any of you have to go to court this month in regards to child custody, child support, is going to come out in your favor, all right? Let me know if it does. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, Santa Muerte. I said Santa Muerte. Did y'all see those cards come flying out? We need 3 cards, and that is too many, but I will take the first card that landed face up, and that is the Empress. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. I need 2 more cards for my twin flames for the month of October. Tell us, what can the twin flames expect for the month of October? Again, I definitely feel some baby mama drama coming just because that Empress is sitting there in the past. Yeah, and it's got that 3 again. And then look, boom, Hangman twice. Yeah, I got Hangman twice in this reading today. Yeah, I definitely am getting some energy. Ooh, Judgment. What did I say? Yeah, I think that this is absolutely, and then at the bottom, good God Almighty, look at the bottom. You got the 2 of Pentacles, which, I mean, this isn't, necessarily the lovers, but this is kind of like, I mean, look at them. They kind of look like the lovers. And this is, well, we'll talk about what this is here. Let me put you right here. Okay, I got to get a new desk, y'all. This is just not working with the way this is set up. All right. Let me see if I can get these cards back just a smooch. And then I can bring the deck up. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. There we go. Like I said, I just moved to my new house about 2 months ago, and I'm still getting settled in. This whole tarot deck situation, desk situation is not the best, but we'll get to it. All right, we read past, present, future. This card sits between the past and the present. This card sits between the present and the future. And all the cards at the bottom of the deck are our clarifiers, or the root of the question that you came to ask. Okay, so at the root of the question, speaking of, is the 2 of Pentacles. This is about, being balanced and adapting to changes, and adapting to and changing your priorities even. Okay, it's interesting though, because in this one you see how it's like almost like the lovers. It looks very, very, very similar to the lovers. At first I thought it was when I first saw it flip over. So this is about, balancing the priorities in your life, balancing the masculine, the feminine, your lover, your children, your work responsibilities. This is you really working this month on achieving alignment, which is kind of what we talked about right here, the very first card we pulled, right? This is the card asking you this month to focus on your own alignment and to focus on achieving your own balance, to focus on your own priorities. This is not the month to be looking at somebody else's basket. Focus on your own, okay? So let's talk about the past. Again, I'm going to just go ahead and say I definitely get the very strong energy that one of you divine masculines, whoever is watching this, or if you are a divine feminine watching on behalf of your masculine, is going to court this month in regards to your children. And it's definitely about child support or custody or visitation or something. You are going to get a favorable outcome. And here's why I say that. This is very specific. This is definitely not for everybody. But I mean, look, so in the past we have the Empress, right? That's that, fertility. She's that fertile empress. She's that queen. She's not even the queen. She's the empress, right? She doesn't rule the kingdom. She rules the empire, right? So she's at the top of the food chain. And this was, again, she symbolizes fertility. It's interesting because she's creating through the ashes. And I kind of feel like, like I said, Empress represents fertility, and then you have creating through the ashes. So I feel like this is an ex. This is a karmic, even an ex that you had, a situation you had with an ex that created a family or a child, at least one child with an ex. Like I said, creating through the ashes. This was not a good relationship you two had. Ashes. Y'all probably burned each other quite a bit. But regardless, the fact that you didn't necessarily have the best relationship, one good thing came from that, and that was your child, okay? And that is what I feel. I feel like this is definitely a reading specifically about going to court for someone. And in a more general reading, this is, again, creating through the ashes, and then the Empress being those fertile new beginnings. And so it feels like divine feminine, divine twins, twin flames, sitting in the past. When y'all came together as a relationship, you were starting something new, starting something fresh, maybe even creating a new life, despite what you've both previous independently have gone through. You came together, you decided not to settle, and you came together and to create this new life together, okay? So now let's switch back to this person who may or may not be going to court this week, divine masculine. I feel like this is you, and divine feminine, and you're going to be going there as well, but I feel like it's leaning towards the divine masculine, because right in the present we have the Hanged Man. Again, that pulled up in the divine masculine. You see, sitting right here. We got that. That is, double confirmation. I definitely feel like this is the message about the divine masculine. And I feel like the divine masculine is going to be winning something with his family, okay? Because he was patient, because he dotted his I's, he crossed his T's, and he waited for the time to be right. He waited for the energy to gain momentum. It's even kind of interesting because look at the card there. The energy is gaining momentum. See how they're like flying away? You got mama bird, baby bird, or mama bird, daddy bird, baby bird, flying away. Like this is the ending. This is, the ending of this chapter, right? So, it feels like in regards to this person that we're talking about, this divine masculine and child issues, custody, court, whatever. You have been asked to be very patient. It may even feel like, I kind of get this feeling, you see how he's hanging there and he's disconnected, but his head's still connected to the gallows. I couldn't think of what the word was there, to the gallows. It's like you even had to like cut off. It's like, you had to get like maybe you haven't been able to see your kid in a long time, and you've just been waiting for this court date so you could finally freaking see your kid again, and it's been very unfair for you. You didn't deserve this. This is just the child's parent being very just hateful for the sake of being hateful, using your child as ammunition and a weapon against you. And you've been very patient and you've been waiting. And I feel like that is going to pay off for you, because look, you've got judgment sitting right next to that. And that judgment is going, look at that guy coming out, the skeleton coming out like, yeah, baby, I'm not dead. I'm alive. Ha ha, bitches, I'm back. Right? It's even interesting. Judgment is the number 20, which is this year. So I feel like, yeah, you're about to receive a judgment, and see how judgment is sitting down underneath children and release your ex. So yeah, I feel like some of you maybe even going through a divorce with your ex and having to deal with children things. But very specifically, I feel like one of you, divine masculine, is definitely going to court, definitely going to get a good judgment in your favor in regards to your children and your ex. Now, let's come out of that specific situation and come back to more of a general twin flames. Like I said, twins, it feels like in the past, you two came together despite your backgrounds and your past, and started creating this new relationship. And this has just been kind of the year where, you know, you've just been getting to know each other. You've been getting to grow, getting to, you know, learn more about each other. Maybe release whatever, you know, is holding you back from these, you know, creating this life together, you know, from having this fertile future, you know, just really getting into, you know, the hangman is about being patient. And so this is, you know, y'all started something and now you're, you know, you're going through this time together. You're moving forward through this time together. And I mean, and see how even underneath that, at that, you've got the pentacles, the two of pentacles. You know, this is you two working on independently, being balanced, and together in the union templating, being balanced and just being patient and pursuing your dreams. You know, it can be even making sacrifices for the future so that you can get, so you don't settle, you get the life that you want. Now, moving forward, judgment, this is great. You know, you knew what you want. You gave birth to this new idea. You were patient, let that baby grow. Well, here's that baby coming to fruition. This is you getting what you want. It's even interesting. You've got children and you've got release your ex right above that. And it's like, literally, you're giving birth to this idea that you created, to this new life that you wanted. It's finally going to give birth. And in fact, you're going to be able to let go of your past because you've created this new future together. You two are going to be able to let go of your past. You're going to be able to give birth to this bright new future that you created, and it's coming, and it's going to feel very balanced, and it's going to feel very happy and emotionally rewarding and satisfied because neither one of you settled. And now, because you've gotten your alignment, divine feminine, and you have been working for just the right time to be able to support, you know, for waiting for the time for the path to line up. And here in this, I mean, this is you literally waiting for the time for the path to line up. And now the time is coming, and you two are about to give birth to this brand new life together that just really feels very rewarding, very satisfying, right? So, like I said, as far as the twin flames go, independently, divine feminine, it's all about your alignment this month. You've got to work on seeking your alignment, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and working on your own self. Divine masculine, if there's something you're waiting to happen, this is not the month. Don't pull the trigger. Be patient, but understand that if you make room for it, you've got a spark of inspiration coming your way that is going to be very, very, very successful. Just be patient and make sure you're covering all your bases in regards to this. And then twins, it looks like you two have been working together, creating a life. You've been very patiently building it. Well, it looks like this is the month you're about to get your reward. Looks like the month you're about to see, you know, some forward momentum. You know, you're about to actually get to see this life you've created. You know, you're gonna be able to reflect back and see this life that you created. You're gonna be able to give birth to these dreams that you have, and you're gonna be able to let go of a past that no longer serves you. Okay, twin flames. I hope this reading was so very helpful for you. And if it was, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel or give me a big thumbs up. Be sure to leave me a comment. I would love to talk to you. If any of you are going to court about child support or anything like that, let's talk. I really want to know, how close was I? Because this is very, very specific. I'm just like, wow, I want to know, who is this for? So tell me, is it for you? Let's talk about it down in the comments. And until I see you again, know how much I love you, and I hope you keep on praying. See you next month, twin flames.